If you really enjoy that user experience that you get of trading on one of the big centralized exchanges, I'm talking Bybit, Binance, BitGet, OKX, just to name but a few, but you do not like the red tape. I'm talking about having to AML or KYC verification, uploading pictures of your face and your passport and bank detail. If you don't appreciate that part, well, AlphaX is the solution. I've used it for a few weeks now, and I thought now was the perfect time to make a full step-by-step tutorial about it, because it feels like you're using a centralized exchange. It very much feels like you're using a Bybit or an OKX, but it is decentralized. It is on chain. It is Web3 decentralized. Anyway, guys, without any further delay, let's get into this video. Hit the like button, that really helps. Please do share it on Telegram, Twitter, wherever else, and let's get started with the tutorial. So why use a DEX, and what is a DEX? Decentralized exchange. That's what it stands for, by the way. It first of all means that you trade permissionless, directly on chain, using Web3 technology, just like how crypto was intended to be used. It means you don't need to verify, no KYC, no AML. You trade directly on chain, as opposed to using a centralized exchange where you're actually trading in an order book that a central party, i.e. a Bybit, a Binance, a BitGet, OKX, controls. And it also means about the non-custodial effect. When you trade off-chain on a centralized exchange, it means that that party, that company like Bybit, BitGet, OKX actually own the crypto. With a decentralized exchange like AlphaX, you remain in control. You have custody over your own crypto, so you will always own it. There's been situations in the past, like with FTX and some other major exchanges, where people have lost their cryptocurrency because that company went bankrupt due to whatever reason. In this case, you have increased security, you have full custody over your own cryptocurrency, you have anonymity. So overall, you're basically using AlphaX to trade crypto in the way that crypto was intended. Getting set up on AlphaX is seamless, super simple. By the way, link in the description below, that will take you to this page. It's a bonus link, it's my partner link. If you use it, not only will you gain up to $5,000 in bonuses, depending on what you deposit, I earn a small bonus as well for everyone that signs up, so it's much appreciated for supporting the channel if you use that link. It will take you to, I believe, this page or the Get Started page. So if you land on this page, click Get Started, and it's going to take you here. There's two ways in which you can start on AlphaX. Both are super easy. The first way is just by email. All you need is an email address. Pop your email in. It will send a verification code to your email. Click it, and you're set up, ready to go on to the next step. Alternatively, if you use or would like to use a Web3 wallet, then you can connect your MetaMask wallet or any of the popular wallets by simply clicking on it. Make sure that you have a wallet already in your Google Chrome store. For example, you can see I've got my MetaMask wallet set up here. If you don't have it already, you can go extensions, you can visit Chrome Web Store, and for example, you could type in MetaMask to create a MetaMask wallet. I suggest MetaMask. It's by far the most popular Web3 wallet out there. And then from there, you can deposit crypto into it from other exchanges that you might have. And of course, you can use many different wallets, OKX wallet or Wallet Connect, but obviously make sure that you have the wallet. You can even use Ledger, for example. So once you have a wallet set up, or you've created an account with an email, the next thing to do is learning how to deposit crypto. So I have my MetaMask wallet already set up, so I am going to connect via my MetaMask wallet to show you first of all how to deposit using your Web3 wallet. In my case, a MetaMask wallet. It's currently $366 here, but if I was to click on deposit, I could click on either Ethereum or Arbitrum. I recommend using the Arbitrum chain because it is super cheap. And in my MetaMask wallet, you can see how I'm using it. So I have the Arbitrum 1 selected, my tokens, I have USDT, so you can have USDT on the Arbitrum chain. I've got nearly $1,100 there. So if I click on this, it's giving me that amount I can deposit. So I can press max, I can press confirm, and it's going to deposit that cryptocurrency directly onto my AlphaX account once I've approved it. It's confirming. Estimated time is going to take about a minute. You might need to confirm it, so I'm confirming it here in my MetaMask wallet as well as confirming it there. Deposit in progress. I'll press done, and if we give that probably 20 or 30 seconds, that will land in our AlphaX account. Okay, it literally took 15 seconds, so I've got those funds in my account ready to trade. So that's how you deposit using your Web3 wallet. I'm going to also show you how you can deposit in a more traditional sense by depositing crypto via an address or a QR code. So the other way to deposit is if you've signed up with email and you haven't connected a Web3 wallet. If you've gone through the email process, you can go to deposit and it's going to allow you to deposit either USDT or USDC. You can do that in any of the traditional ways, transferring it from another wallet or maybe one of the exchanges that you have. Simply, you copy the wallet address, or you can scan the QR code. Just make sure that you're using the correct network. Arbitrum is the typical way that you would do it. You can do it on the Ethereum network if you're doing USDC, but I recommend using the Arbitrum 1 chain because the fees are almost none. So that's how you do it. So let's move on to trading, how to trade using AlphaX. And by the way, if you do have any questions so far, just leave them in the comments below. I promise I'll get back to everyone's question. If I've missed out anything in this tutorial, just ask it. I can answer, maybe other people can answer as well. So first up, when it comes down to trading crypto, you'll see this symbol here at the top. This basically allows you to switch between the Ethereum and Arbitrum chain. I do recommend doing everything under the Arbitrum chain. It's much faster and it's much cheaper. So when you're depositing crypto to your wallet as well, use the Arbitrum chain. It's just much better. So what you can do that from there on is go to trade. Okay, so once you've clicked on trade, you're going to see this screen come up here, which is going to be your chart, your order types, and so forth. For the example of this video, we'll use Bitcoin, but you've got a selection of many different cryptocurrencies, even more than most of the traditional exchanges, and you can see them by categories like emerging, bot and AI coins, more. You probably have meme coins on there as well, probably under all like WIF, Pepe, Dodge, all of the coins that you need to trade are on here. So a very good selection. So the first thing to consider is the type of margin that we use. And if you click these three dots here, you can basically select isolated or cross. I always suggest to use isolated because it segregates the position and the risk, so only that position is affected. It's not your entire balance. Like it suggests, in the isolated margin mode, a certain amount of margin is allocated to a single position, so the risk is segregated. Always use isolated. And then the next thing to move on to is the long and short option. So of course, long is buying, going long. Short is shorting, selling. With futures trading, you can do either. And then you need to consider the leverage. Now with AlphaX, you can leverage all the way up to 125x, which I don't recommend. Using higher leverage gives you is a higher trade amount. But it also increases the risk of being liquidated, which I explain more about in this video. There's a section on liquidation. For example, how leverage works. If you are 10x'd, it would mean if you're using $100 of your own money, you're 10x, so it becomes $1,000 for the trade position. So if it goes up 1%, if it was $100 your own money, of course, that's just a $1 profit. If you're 10x trade, it will be $10 profit. But it goes the other way as well. If you're in a losing position, 1% would have been, with $100 would have meant losing $1. If you're 10x, you're going to be losing $10. And of course, you have liquidation price to contend with as well, which I'll explain later in this video. So in this example, we'll use 10x leverage. And then you've got the order types: market, limit, and trigger. Market allows you to get in straight away at the market price. limit allows you to set the price that you want to open a trade should it get to that price. So in this example, we're going to use market order. You can select the percentage of your balance you wish to use. I'll use 50% of my current balance at 10x. So I'm using $731 of my own money, but actually, because I'm 10x leveraged, that trade value is going to be around $7,300 position. My estimated liquidation price is $57,596, which means if it gets to that price, it will liquidate position. Again, more about that later in the video. And if I want to, I can set a take profit and a stop loss price, which is an automatic order that would close the position for me. So for example, the take profit, we're currently on this example at 63,779. Let's say I wanted to close the trade here at 64,600. Well, I could put 64,600. My profit would be nearly $100. I could set my stop loss maybe, for example, here at 63,300. So 63,300. So my profit potentially is $97. My loss is potentially, if I scroll down a bit here, is I don't know if you can see that. Let me scroll down a bit more. Is $51. And then I can open my trade by clicking on long, press confirm. And that trade is now open with the orders that I set with the take profit and stop loss before. You can see that here. Okay, so that's all open. Closing the position, so leave a close using my take profit or stop loss. You can add those whilst you're in the trade as well. If I wanted to just simply close it, I could. There is an option to simply click on close, and clicking that, it will allow you to close the entire position or some of the position. You would just press confirm. Let's do that. Let's press confirm, and it closes that position at market order for you as well. Very easy. So let's move on to liquidation price and why it's so important. So going back to the orders here, for example, with a market order, let's use again 25% and let's use 10x. You can see the estimated liquidation price is $57,623. Using 10x means that instead of my $728, it becomes $7,280 as a position. If I increase that leverage, let's say all the way to 100x leverage, which is very risky, that actually becomes a $72,800 position. You'll notice the liquidation price has become very, very close to my entry. The liquidation now is 63,391, which you can see how close it is to my entry. In terms of a percentage from my entry, it would be, if I go down, what is it, 63,400 currently. 63,400 would mean the percentage away from where I'm currently trading is only 0.61%. So a very, very small move could liquidate me and I would lose that entire $728. Also with higher leverage, the fees increase as well. So it's about finding a balance of the leverage you may decide to use. Typically leverage is 10, 20x, sometimes lower, sometimes higher. It depends on the trader and the coin that you're trading. Bitcoin is the least volatile of the cryptocurrencies, apart from stable coins. If you're using a higher risk coin like WIF, 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗫, for example, then using 100x leverage, your trade could be wiped out in seconds, maybe to the upside or the downside. But leverage is to be understood very carefully. The higher leverage you use, the bigger the gains, the bigger the losses potentially as well, and the bigger the fees, and the quicker you're going to be liquidated, or the quicker you're going to take profit, basically. So that's how the liquidation price works. Always protect your liquidation price using a stop loss before. So for example, if I am, let's say, 50x leveraged, okay, and I'm doing a Bitcoin long, you can see my estimated liquidation price is 62,719. Have my stop loss price, above that, according to your technical analysis, but at least at, let's say, 63,000. So that means if it was to come down, it hits my stop loss before being liquidated. It doesn't cost as much, and you save obviously on what would have been a terrible loss. Once again, guys, the link for AlphaX is down below in the description of this video. It will gain you up to $5,000 bonus. Let's conclude today's video with what I think about AlphaX. So, like I said, it's a permissionless Web3 on-chain way of trading. It feels like using a centralized exchange, so it's very easy to use, very good. There's plenty of good information on here about the current prices. It's a great team as well. The team, actually, the founding team of AlphaX are people from the top financial institutions like JP Morgan, Standard Chartered Bank, as well as leading internet companies like Google. They're actually sponsoring one of the Red Bull teams at the moment. So very, very good exchange, very transparent, especially as it's Web3. Proof of reserves, user asset protection. They have things like 𝗕𝗶hez security. So it's a safe way of trading, very easy to use. Highly recommend them. Let me know once again if there's any questions about the exchange, about the tutorial as well. Please do share this with your Telegram communities, on Twitter, on social media. By the way, AlphaX also have a thriving social media presence, let's say on Telegram, Twitter. I'll leave those in the description down below as well. Thank you for joining me, and join me on other videos. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. I talk about daily technical analysis, so you can follow the markets with my own predictions and price analysis and targets as well. Thanks so much, guys. See you on another video very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.